The people who learn Claude Code's scheduled tasks over the next 30 days will have an insane advantage over anybody else. Anthropic just released scheduled tasks for Claude Code, so I stayed up until 1 a.m. breaking everything down so that you can be one of them. I've realized that this feature is an absolute cheat code, but only if you use it the right way. So today I'm going to walk you through how it works, how to set it up. I'll even give you some examples of things that I'm using it for to automate my business every single day. I'm super excited for this one, so I wanted to get something out as soon as possible. With that being said, let's jump into what exactly this means. So before we get into Claude Code scheduled tasks, I just want to take a step back and take a look at how far we've come. Just 2-3 years ago, automation tools were the next big thing on the block. And it was crazy because we could connect different tools together and we could automate things to save us time. Plus, when we added AI into the mix, our automations got that much crazier. But recently, everybody's been talking about Claude Code, and that's because it's a lot more powerful than automation tools themselves. Automation tools are pretty fragile. No matter how good of an automation you build, it'll probably run into an error at some point or another. And that's because the input format matters so much. The AI in your automations can't make judgment decisions, and everything is very rigidly based around your workflow. With Claude Code, you can just talk to it in plain English. It will go out there, it'll use all the tools at its disposal, and it will get the job done. And Claude is awesome at this. So everything's perfect, right? We're moving forward with our technology. Well, I'm starting to think that might not be the case. It's kind of feeling like we're going backwards. Because now that we have Claude Code, it's great. We can run specific slash commands and specific skills that do the same thing every time. And skills change the game, don't get me wrong. They're amazing. But the problem is that we're back to running them manually. So every day I'll have to go into Claude Code and I'll have to run the slash command to sort my emails. And then I'll have to use the update CRM skill, then the compile sales report skill. And I have to do every single one of these things manually, even if it's something that should be done every single day or every single week. And that's why Claude Code released scheduled tasks. Scheduled tasks are full Claude Code sessions that you can schedule to run at any time. So it's not just a cron job running a script at a specific time with specified logic. This is just like if you were to open up Claude Code and type a prompt in yourself. You can use all the skills it has, the MCP servers, the file structure, the permissions, everything is the exact same. But I do want to note that they are only available on Claude Code desktop. That also means that they are running 100% locally on your computer. So if your computer is sleeping or shut off, the scheduled task is not going to run. To get around that, you can just head to the display settings in your computer and toggle that so that it never turns off automatically. So like I just said, the main point is that it is an entire Claude Code session running on your computer at a scheduled time. It has access to skills, tools, subagents, MCPs, and everything that your normal Claude Code would. But I mentioned that your computer has to be on. And so what happens if it misses a schedule? Well, it can get a little bit confusing, so I pulled together this diagram that breaks it down. In this example, we have a scheduled daily task running every single day at 9 a.m. And you can see that on Monday and Tuesday, the task ran properly. But on Wednesday, our computer went into sleep mode, and it was in sleep mode until Sunday when the computer finally woke up. So that means 4 of these scheduled tasks were actually missed. However, Claude Code scheduled tasks is only going to create one catch-up run, and that catch-up run is going to be for the last scheduled time that was missed. So it's important to add time-aware prompts, like only review today's commits, and if it's after 5 p.m., just post a summary. Because if you think about it, this task is scheduled to run at 9 a.m. However, when our computer wakes up at 11 p.m. on Sunday, it's going to run Saturday's task. If there's anything time sensitive, make sure to gate it in your prompt. Oh, that's disappointing, and I'm sure we'll find some workarounds for that, but overall, this is a positive because this is what our reality looks like now. Before, we were staying up late, 3 a.m., late night coding sessions with Claude, prompting it by hand and asking it to do everything. Now we can create a to-do list file in our Claude Code directory and a scheduled task for our agent to start working through them. When you wake up in the morning, Claude Code was insanely productive and you didn't need to stay up until 3 a.m. to get it done. So now that we've gone over the feature as a whole, how it works, and a couple things to watch out for, let's jump into some examples of how I'm actually using it. So for these examples, I did pull together some mock data. For obvious reasons, I run a business and we have proprietary information. So I had Claude quickly whip up 3 example skills. I'll outputs of these skills are definitely not going to be the best, but I definitely wanted to illustrate some of the ways that we're using Claude Code for non-development purposes. So in this first example, we're going to be using a daily business digest skill. Now, the plan is to get this to run daily at 8 a.m. It's meant for busy CEOs who want a pulse on their business at all times. What it does is it goes to Slack and it pulls every single message that was sent from the previous day. It also goes to our project management tool. It grabs all the tasks, everything that was completed, and it pumps all of that back into Claude Code as well. It uses all of that information to create a daily digest, which is then sent via Telegram every morning at 9 a.m. So I think you can obviously see why this would be beneficial for an executive at a company. Let's jump into Claude Code and I'll show you how to get this set up. So now that you're in the Claude desktop app, the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you are on the code section. The next thing you want to do is make sure you have the latest version of Claude desktop installed. So if you're on Mac, this is going to look a little different. You're going to click on the Claude button in the Mac menu, but if you're on Windows like me, then you can head over to this icon, click on the help button, and then if you have an update available, it will show right here. You can click check for updates just to make sure. It says I'm running the latest version, so I'll click OK. And now that you're on the latest version, you might have noticed a scheduled tab pop up. So if you click on that, you'll see the new screen for scheduled tasks. And there are actually two ways that we can create new scheduled tasks. So we can click on the new task button in the top right, pretty obvious, and that's going to open up a pop-up for us to fill out the new task. We need to provide it with a name, which needs to be unique across all of your scheduled tasks. Then you give it a description. This description is just for internal use. Claude never sees this, so you don't need to worry about it too much. The prompting section is where you actually fill out the prompt and give it instructions like you were prompting Claude Code yourself. You can also select the permissions that Claude is going to run your task with, and then you need to select the folder that you want this to run in. Just like Claude Code in any other project, it needs to run in a specific folder. You can see I've just selected the folder Scheduled Task Examples, which contains the skills for this video. And then we select the frequency that we want this task to run at. We have a couple different options here. We can select manual, which means we can only run the task manually. Hourly, it's pretty obvious. Daily, weekdays is every single weekday except for Saturday and Sunday. And then weekly, you can select the day and the time. So for our example, we want this to run daily at 8 a.m. So I'll go ahead, fill everything out and create that task now. Okay, and I've got everything configured here. As you can see, I just named it Daily Digest. The description, get Slack and ClickUp insights from yesterday. Kept the prompt super simple. I just said run the daily stand-up skill, and then we set the frequency to every day at 9 a.m. So I'm just going to click create task. That'll prompt us to ask if we trust the workspace. We're just going to click yes, and that's going to create the scheduled task. So if we click into this, we'll see the scheduled task interface, and this is where we can manage all of our runs. We can edit the task, we can turn it on and off, etc. Now, when you make a new scheduled task, I always recommend running it first, and that's because you don't always know what Claude is going to run into. For example, if in order to complete your task, Claude needed to do something that required user permissions, and you weren't around, you weren't in the interface to accept them, the task just wouldn't run. So to get around that, a little trick I've found is to run it immediately, accept permissions, and accept all for this session, which will continue to persist those permissions for future runs. Before I run this, I want to note something weird that I've noticed. You can see that I have this task scheduled for 9 a.m. every day. However, down here, it says it repeats every day at 9:01. I've created a lot of these scheduled tasks, and I've noticed that the times can vary drastically from 3 minutes off, 5 minutes off, to being 1 minute off like this. So it doesn't really affect things that much, but just something I figured I should mention. And let's get this party started. So we're going to go ahead, click run now. That's going to kick off the session, and we can actually see it running just like if it was in Claude Code itself. These are the permissions that I was talking about. You're going to want to click always allow for session. So I'm going to sit here. I will continue to do so, and I'll circle back when we have some results to share. All right, looks like this is wrapped up here. And obviously this isn't sending me a Telegram message just because this is a mock skill, but you can see it has generated this report. Now within the Claude desktop app, we actually have no way of previewing these reports. So if we wanted to take a look at those, we'd have to open them up in VS Code. So if we take a look on the left here, we can see the reports folder has a daily folder in it with a stand-up for today's date. If we open that in preview, we can see a nice daily stand-up report. The next example I want to go over is a weekly analytics report. So this is going to run every Friday. It's going to pull information from from Facebook ads, there's CRM, social media analytics, how much revenue our business is making, as well as where our expenses are going. It'll pull all of that together with detailed charts, tables, and AI analysis, and output a detailed PDF report for your team to review every Friday. So let's head over to Claude Desktop and get that set up. Now, if we take a look on the left here, we can see which tasks we currently have scheduled. We have the daily digest task currently scheduled, and we can see that that runs daily. In order to create the new task, I'm just going to click on the scheduled button again, create new task, and fill out the information for a second time. So got everything all configured here, just called it analytics report. I went with run the analytics report skill again, and we just scheduled that for every week on Friday. So I'm going to create that task. I'm going to click into it, and then I'm going to click run now. I'll work through accepting all of the permissions, and then we'll review when the output is complete. All right, looks like our analytics report has been generated, so we can pull up VS Code to take a look at that. Go to the weekly folder, and we'll open up this PDF. I don't have a PDF viewer in VS Code, so I'm just going to head to the extensions, grab one real quick, and then we'll take a look at that. All right, so this has been generated. Now, just remember, this is an example scale. It's just a mock scale. I haven't put any time into styling this, making it look nice, but you can see all of these charts were dynamically generated. All of this information was populated right now from this skill run. So if this was real data, you could obviously see how this would be incredibly valuable to any business. So let's head back over to Claude Desktop. We're going to set up one more scheduled task, but for this one, we're going to set it up a little bit differently. So we'll create a new session, and then we're just going to ask Claude to create it for us. So I'm just going to ask it to create a scheduled task to run the content ideas skill every day at 8 a.m. It looks like I forgot to select our folder, so we're going to do that quickly, and then we will submit our chat. So it takes a minute, it explores the code base, it figures out what it's supposed to be doing, and then it creates this scheduled task. So we can check the details here, we can look at the prompt it's using, and you can see it's quite a bit more detailed than the prompt I was using, and if I had to guess, you probably will get better results with a prompt like this. If we just click enter, that's going to submit that new scheduled task, and then Claude is going to go and create it for us. Claude has created the task for us, but it's not necessarily showing up on the scheduled sidebar. If we click on the scheduled tab, you'll see it right here. Click run now, and we'll circle back in a minute. And the content report has finished up too. So if we open that up in VS Code, we can see all of the content ideas here. Now, again, this is just simulated data, but if this was actual data, we'd have a lot of interesting information here. And if this wasn't a mock skill, maybe I might chop it down a little bit and trim things down so it's easier to read. But overall, this is a great example of how you can use scheduled tasks. That's going to be it for today's video. So please drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this feature, if you think it's going to replace OpenClaw, and if there are any specific skills you think this would work really well for. And if you got any value out of this video at all, please take a second, subscribe to the channel. It helps me keep making videos just like this, and I'll see you in the next one.